Hi everybody and welcome to English Grade 5. Today's lesson will be about looking around the city, and I hope that you will enjoy it. Our learning objectives for today's lesson are to identify the meaning of new words related to city life and use them in context. Identify and interpret main ideas and details in an oral text. Identify and interpret main ideas and details in a written text. Use prepositions of place in context. Use there is and there are. Write a descriptive paragraph. Observe and think. In this activity, you will activate your background knowledge related to the topic of the city. Observe these pictures. Then name what appears in each. Name what appears in picture 1, 2, 3. Name what appears in picture 4, 5, 6. Can these places and things be found in the city or in the countryside? Do you like to live in the city? Why not? Guess the name of this place. Look at the answer. It's the place where you can buy books. What is it called? Look at the answer. It's the place where you can eat and order meals. What is it called? Look at the answer. It's the place where you can take the bus. What is it called? Look at the answer. Focus on vocabulary before reading. Name the vehicle. In this activity, you will identify the meaning of new words and use them in context. Name what's in the picture. Look at the answer. Name what's in the picture. Look at the answer. Focus on reading Tanya in the city. In this activity, you will identify and interpret main ideas and details in a written text on the theme of city life. Tanya in the city. Tanya, a 10-year-old girl, couldn't sleep that night. Early in the morning, she will be leaving her small village with her dad and visit the city, Beirut, for the first time in her life. Her dad had some work to do there and had promised to let her accompany him on his trip. She was thrilled and so excited about her trip. She has never been there but was pretty sure it was going to be a lot of fun. In the morning, Tanya bid farewell to her dear mom and sat in the back seat of a minibus that was taking them to the city. She was ready for her new exploration. I wonder how Beirut looks like, thought Tanya to herself. How long does it take us to be there, Dad? 1 hour, dear, responded Tanya's dad. On her way to Beirut, Tanya was busy observing the different scenes through her window. She enjoyed watching the vehicles as they passed by. She saw cars, school buses, and minibuses. She saw motorcycles, trucks, and police cars. Suddenly, the minibus stopped. "What are these lights for?" asked Tanya. "These are traffic lights, dear. They organize traffic and give signs to drivers about when to move and when to stop. The red light means stop, the yellow light means slow down, and the green light means go. What about people? Only when the light is red can pedestrians cross the street. They use the crosswalk. They may also use the sidewalk or the pavement if they're walking by the side of the road." "Look at this airplane, Dad. Where is it going to land?" "It's going to the airport. This is where planes land and take off. Can you take me to the airport, Dad? I'd like to watch passengers as they go on board of a plane." Suddenly, Tanya heard a very loud sound. Then a fire brigade passed by quickly, followed by an ambulance. All the cars slowed down and some had to pull over. "Why did we slow down, Dad?" asked Tanya. "When you hear the siren or see a flashing light coming from an ambulance, a fire engine, or even a police car, you should make way for it so that these vehicles can pass quickly. There might be a fire that needs to be put out or an injured person that needs to reach the hospital as fast as possible. I hope they arrive safely," said Tanya. On the way, the bus passed by a construction site. Wearing their heavy boots, brightly colored vests, and hard hats, construction workers were busy lifting heavy items and working with their tools. "What are these men doing, Dad?" "They are constructing a new building here. Look at this large vehicle there. It's called a crane. It's used to lift up heavy things. The second one there is called a bulldozer. It's used to move earth and rocks during construction." A few minutes later, Tanya's father pointed at a tremendous building. "This is a university. This is where students study after they leave their schools. Am I going to study here when I grow up, Dad?" "I hope so, dear." Then the bus pulled over at the bus stop and all the passengers got down. Tanya and her father had to walk for 5 minutes until they reached a huge, modern building. "What a tall building. We have to go up to the 10th floor. Oh my God, how can we reach the 10th floor? I think this is going to take too long, Dad." "Don't worry, dear, we can take the elevator." After a few seconds, Tanya and her dad reached the 10th floor. It was full of neatly organized offices. Tanya's father went into one of them and completed his work. Where do Tanya and her family live? Look at the answer. Tanya was excited about her trip to the amusement park, her trip to the zoo, her trip to the city. Look at the answer. Why did the minibus have to slow down? To let the fire brigade and the ambulance pass quickly. To allow some passengers to get off the bus. To watch the fire brigade and the ambulance as they pass. Look at the answer. Focus on grammar prepositions of place. In these activities, you will use prepositions of place in context. Use there is and there are to indicate location. Prepositions of place. On, in, at, under, between, near, close to, behind, in front of, next to, beside, opposite, across from. What are prepositions of place? A preposition of place is a word used to specify the place or the location of something or someone. Example: the computer is on the desk. The cars are in the garage. In, on, at. In means inside or in the middle of something. There's a house in the forest. On means on the surface of or on top of something. The ball is on the table. On can also be used with means of transportation. The kids are on the bus. At indicates the point where someone or something is located. They are at the theater. Under. It means below something else or at a lower level. Example. There's an apple under the desk. Opposite/across from. This means on the other side, in a position facing someone or something. Example. The bank is opposite the post office. The hospital is across from the university. Next to /beside. It means at the side of something or someone. Example. The coffee shop is next to the bakery. The supermarket is beside the sports center. Near/close to. It means at a short distance from something or someone. Example. The candy shop is near the grocery store. The school is close to the highway. Between. It's used to indicate the position of something that is in the space that separates two objects or places. Example. There's a river between the two hills. In front of. It means in a position ahead of someone or something else. Example. I played in front of the house. Behind. It means toward the back of someone or something. Example. Look at the sun behind the clouds. Refer to the picture. Then complete the sentence below with the right preposition. The cow is, the house. In front of, at, next to. Look at the answer. Refer to the picture. Then complete the sentence below with the right preposition. The toy shop is, the shoe shop. Behind. In front of, next to. Look at the answer. Refer to the picture. Then complete the sentence below with the right preposition. The minibus is, the shop. Behind, next to, in front of. Look at the answer. There is, there are. This is used to say that something or someone is in a certain location. If the noun that follows is singular, use there is. Example, there is an apple on the table. If the noun that follows is plural, use there are. Example, there are 3 apples on the table. If the noun that follows is uncountable, use there is. Example, there is milk on the table. There isn't, there aren't. This is used to say that something or someone doesn't exist in a certain place. If the noun that follows is singular, use there isn't. Example, there isn't an apple on the table. There is an orange. If the noun that follows is plural, use there aren't. Example, there aren't 3 apples on the table. There are 3 oranges. If the noun that follows is uncountable, use there isn't. Example, there isn't milk on the table. There is water. Focus on writing describing my hometown. In these activities, you will write a descriptive paragraph in which you describe your hometown. Read the following paragraph carefully. Then answer the questions below. My lovely hometown. My hometown, Zale, is a wonderful place to visit. It's a small city located in Bekaa Valley. In my city, there are many places to visit and many activities to do. In the middle of the city, there's a large open-air market that lies along the main street. Shopping lovers can find all kinds of shops there, clothes shops, shoe shops, jewelry shops, bookstores and many others. A landmark in Zale is Burdani River, which springs from the hills of the nearby mountain and flows downward across the city. Another landmark is Wadi El Arash or Grapevine Valley, which is located in the valley of Burdani River. This place remains alive throughout the summer days and nights. People go there for an enjoyable walk and visit its outdoor restaurants and amusement centers. On the left of Zale Highway, there's a movie theater known as Stargate. Near Stargate, there are several restaurants, coffee shops, and shopping centers. In the south of the city, there's the industrial market of Zalay. All factories and industrial stores are located there. It's usually very busy and crowded during the day. In my city, there are also many schools, universities, companies, banks, and governmental offices. People in Zalay are said to be welcoming and friendly. I love my hometown. You should visit it one day. Answer these questions. 1. What is the name of the writer's hometown? 2. Where is it located? 3. What kind of shops are there in this city? 4. What are two famous landmarks in this city? 5. What activities can fun lovers do there? 6. How does the writer describe people in his city? 7. How does the writer feel about his hometown?